Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you this story. This comes from two conversations I had on Sunday. I was preaching at St. Peter's Episcopal Church here in Savannah. And one woman was saying it just feels like, all the things that we're doing to, make a difference in the world are so small. She really, while evil is doing stuff that is so big, the side, the opposition, the enemy, whatever you want to call it, the other side is doing stuff that is so big. And I don't see it as another side, but I understood where she was coming from. Anyway, another woman and her husband came up and they were saying how they had gone to this concert, and I was the host at this concert, and it was for Justice, a just organization that works to create justice in our community. Anyway, the concert was amazing. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. All local performers, singers, choirs, individuals, groups. It was amazing, and the theme was all hope. And she was saying how she was so moved by the music and how the music and the experience of the Black community, that music was so, she said she realized in one evening how big the power of joy and hope has been in our life through our music, and that if everybody could hear it, it would be so healing. And I had this experience a while back when I was doing a presentation on Black anthems, Black music, the music of our soul, the music of joy, the music of hope, the music that is endearing through the meter hymns, through the, all of that. So I had this experience, and then I shared it with a group of people who were learning about the power of diversity in their lives. And one woman was crying and shaking, and she said, I really feel that there's something about this that is healing for me. So I walked away from these two conversations, and I was like, I'm still thinking and processing because, I got to give a sermon and homily. And so I'm thinking and processing, and I'm like, yeah, God is doing big things in our individual lives and in our collective communities. And the issue is that these communities haven't come together like that night. Like the woman said, she and her husband were like vibrating, and they were like, what just happened? I feel transformed. I feel renewed. I'm like, yeah. So we're in the same room. We're not really talking to one another. We're not really sharing what each other knows. We're not sharing and seeing and being together and learning from a place of, you got something to teach me that I don't know, that I can't see because of my position in society. And I was thinking about all of this, and I remembered when my mother told me that I had to go ahead and get married because I hadn't suffered enough. I was like, this woman is crazy. And I don't think you have to suffer like everybody else, but sometimes when you've got the image that's coming to me is the bumpers in the aisle of a bowling alley. When you have, your life has those bumpers and you keep hitting strikes, you think you that good. You think it's all you. You think you amazing. And then they take them bumpers away and you're like, my God, what has happened to me? They're messing with me, my life. And you've had bumpers. There's so much that we all have, that we all need to share, that we all need to see. But sometimes sitting quietly to hear what the other person offers, not wants to correct or fix or whatever, but what are your offerings? What are your offerings? Put them in this pile. Put them right here in this pile. What are my offerings? Let me put them in this pile. And let's all experience all of these things, not as one big gumbo, but individually experience them so that the gumbo effect hits us, that we experience it, but we experience each one's offering to the point where we know that we can't be all that we are without them. I hope I'm making some sense to somebody. If I am, say amen. Because where we're going and what we're doing and how we get there is so much bigger than all that you think you know. And when I allow my granddaughter to teach me about Black World, I see it very differently than the thing that I thought I was imagining and creating. There's more to this life on this side than you can see. And the things that sometimes you feel are little and not big enough and not impactful enough are just the force that's needed. That size of a mustard seed that's doing more on the planet than any atomic bomb could ever do. Keep on marching. I love you.